Hi, folks. It is time for Got the Morbs with Beth
and Erin
and Ken.
And our first special guest ever.
Oh, who is it?
It is Amy Elise Allen.
Oh, we are keeping it in the family. We also have our first studio audience.
Oh.
Char, hi. Hi. Give us a little hi over there. So today, before we even begin, Amy, I'd like to interview you. So how does one go from I don't like hearing people talk to let me be on your podcast? Run me through this process real quick.
I've tried to listen to podcasts over the years, and for some reason, I just can't listen to people talk without watching them. And
some of them you don't want to see their face, I'm sure.
I know. It's just, I don't know, personal preference, whatever. But I finally broke down and decided to listen to the episode about my childhood home, which got me a little more interested. And then just realized how funny it all came together.
And
the rest
you're
is history.
So lucky to
the rest
have
is history.
This podcast family.
Because even though you can't see us, you can picture us.
That is true. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Because I already know what you look like.
I've had other people say that they don't like podcasts, but that they like listening to people they know talk. So that makes sense. Actually, the fact that you brought up your Granger house is going to tie into the theme of my first case today. But on the topic of the Granger house, Ken, you said that the other day you drove past it and there was a dumpster out there?
Yeah,
like
there
remodeling
was.
Or
so
something?
The house, the Granger house, is very close to a one-way driveway that leaves where I work. So I pull out of there multiple times per day because I drive that bus around. I drive them seniors around. And
they
so
really
I always
like him because of his chest hair, right?
They do.
Didn't you
they
say
do.
that?
Oh, the ladies or
They
the
do.
guys too?
All of them.
Well, all
of them love it. So I glance at it every single time I look at it, and just I don't know what makes me look at it, but I saw a huge flatbed dumpster in the driveway, and when I got up to the light and stopped, I glanced over, and there was like a renovation company's pickup truck in the driveway, and the front door was propped open.
Oh, somebody gonna flip it?
How
I don't know.
So it's weird that you said that because like a week or two before that, I had driven past and I thought to myself, that looks hella abandoned. It did not look like anyone was living there. All windows and doors closed, nothing out on the porch, things looking overgrown, garage closed, no cars there. And I was like, I wonder if someone's moving out again. Is there a way we can look up to see if it's on the market or if it just sold or anything? Can you you see that? Do that right now.
I share a building with the guy that runs our grass cutting program, so he has access to a lot of the property records and stuff. So I had him look it up.
Oh, what do you know?
It was registered to I don't remember
say
the
it.
name. It was a Hispanic sounding name.
Okay.
So someone owned it. It wasn't like a bank that owned it or
Then
anything.
the other day I drove by and there was a red work truck in the driveway and it had writing on it, but I was driving and couldn't see what the writing was.
The truck I saw was
so it's
dark
some kind of
red.
work truck. So something's going on there.
Yeah.
And if it is being sold again, how many times has this house been on the market?
A lot of times.
Well, this
It is haunted as hell.
Yeah, what did this thing say? It says the last time it sold was in 2018, but it's got to be since then. And then it said 2016, 2001, and those are the last 3 times.
That's still a lot. And it could be happening right now, too.
Well, the same person could have owned it and maybe been renting it out.
True.
And the way the market is nowadays, people are buying and selling houses that don't actually go up for sale all the time.
I'm choosing to believe that it is so haunted that no one can stay there.
Ghost
That
of
could be.
Herbert was driving everyone out. Was that Herbert?
Herbert?
Herbert.
Remember you were like, everyone was named something.
Was it Uncle Herbert?
Ernst?
Oh,
No,
Ernst.
that wasn't it.
What was
Yeah,
the
it was
name of the Red
Ernst.
Fever guy?
Paul,
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where am I remembering Herbert?
I don't know.
because that was William Herbert. Wait, huh?
What?
No, Henry
We're
Herbert.
getting a little off topic.
Henry Herbert.
Who's
Henry
that?
Herbert.
Herbert.
Our great grandfather.
No tea.
Oh.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you can go back a few episodes.
Probably don't.
We did a whole episode on a haunted house that you all grew up in. We didn't even say that you are. We added another sibling today to this talk.
No, that
No,
wasn't
I was going to say,
specific.
we didn't say that. By the way, Amy
Beth,
is...
Amy, Ken,
Yeah.
all siblings, all grew up in the haunted house.
Mhm.
And I'm just here.
Rod-
Maybe.
You don't need to say his name on here.
Put him on blast.
Cut
I'll
it
bleep
out.
it.
He
I'll
can-
bleep it
He
out.
can cut it out. It's fine.
Okay, well, I'm glad we got to connect the Granger house and have you on to talk about it. Was what we reported in the episode accurate to your recollection?
For the most part, I know when I was listening to it in the kitchen while I was cooking dinner, and I'm pretty sure that I was texting you guys while I listened to it. So there was a couple things that maybe I remembered a little differently. At this point, some things maybe none of us really know what it was, because I think we all kind of remember some things a little bit differently, but most of the facts are the same.
Back in like 2001 where I had written things out. My memory was better then.
Yes.
But that story about you having the bedroom at the top of the stairs and hearing whispering, that's true.
It is.
Because not everyone knew that.
Yeah. Well, and back then, or, the way that we grew up, you couldn't just go to mom and dad and be like, oh, I can't sleep, because they would have just told you go back to bed. So the big stairway to the main floor of the house, there was a window that looked out like onto Granger Road. And so when I would have trouble falling asleep because I heard those voices, I would just go sit in the hallway on the stairs and look out the window until I felt sleepy. And then I would go back to bed.
Because we talked about how you're not the type to make up stories. So the fact that you told that story, I think that's the creepiest one for me personally. You never knew what they were saying. You could never.
No, it sounded like whispering, maybe words, but I never could make them out. And they would get louder. And that's when I would actually get up out of my bed and go sit somewhere else, because I just couldn't sleep in it.
That is so
I don't know if it freaked me out or it just bothered me because I wanted to be sleeping. But I was pretty young, so I don't know.
And the rocking chair story, did you remember that one?
I remember the stories that you guys were telling, like the things that my mom would say. I do remember those stories, yeah.
I think we have a great case for a haunted house. So on that note, my story today, I'm going to stop bringing a doozy for once, because my last case was rough. It
was. That was what, all kids. You're like, hey, I want to do all stories about kids getting murdered.
So I'm going to take a break and give you guys a break. And today I'm going to talk about something haunted.
Ooh.
And the fun part is, this is a place that Beth and I have actually gone and spent the night. So we can also add in our experience to this story. This is the Haunted Buxton Inn. Anyone else familiar besides Beth and I?
No.
No? Not even the Peanut Gallery? No?
I've heard.
You've heard? Okay. The Buxton Inn is located in Granville, Ohio, which is just outside of Columbus. We were actually doing a girls' trip, and I'll talk about that more later, but we were going to do a day in Columbus, and we decided, well, why don't we also add in a night at the Haunted Buxton Inn? It's one of Ohio's oldest inns. It is on the National Register of Historic Places, and it began as the Tavern in 1812 by Orrin Granger. Weird Granger connection. I'm going to do a little bit of history here for you just so that you have the background, and then we'll talk about some spooky things. So the city of Granville was settled around 1805 by New England residents from Granville, Massachusetts, and Granby, Connecticut. When the Buxton Inn started as a tavern, it had a ballroom, a stagecoach court, and a dining room. And it's been in operation for over 200 years. So it's one of the longest operating inns in Ohio, or it is the longest operating inn in Ohio. After it was known as the Tavern, it was bought by a guy named James Dilly in 1858, and he named it the Dilly House. That would be fun to go to.
That's what I call this place.
I'm going to the Dilly House. After James Dilly owned it, Major Horton Buxton bought it, and he named it the Buxton Inn. That was in 1865.
Nobody's named Horton anymore.
Nobody.
Yeah, there is that one guy that heard a who.
Who heard a who?
The guy who heard a who.
Yeah. Back when it was the Buxton Inn, formerly the Dilly House, formerly the Tavern, it acted as Granville's first post office. It was also a stagecoach stop between Columbus and Newark. And at the time, when stagecoach drivers would stop, they would sleep in the basement on beds of straw before the open fire. Why is that funny to you?
Safe.
It's like camping.
Oh.
It has hosted famous guests over the years, such as Harriet Beecher Stowe and Abe Lincoln. Ken, have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Also, President William Harrison and President William McKinley.
Who?
You hear a who? Who? Never mind. So the inn has 25 different rooms, and each one is decorated uniquely. It has the main house, which is where Beth and I stayed, and then it has 4 other historical homes. One of the rooms is known as the Raspberry Suite. And I love that. I don't know why. I saw a picture of it. It's not like fruit themed. It's not pink. I don't know why it's the raspberry sweet, but I like that. So the main house, which is what started as the tavern, rooms 7 through 9 are the original guest rooms of the inn. And rooms 7 and 9 are 2 that are said to have a lot of ghostly activity. So when you stay in those 3 rooms, you overlook the main courtyard. It's kind of like a motel where your like doors to the outside. There's a balcony and you go into your room. Then there's the Warner House, which opened in 1815, and it was originally called David Messenger's Tavern. I didn't even notice that there was other buildings. I thought it was just the building we stayed in.
No, I stayed in one of the other ones the first time I went.
Really? Was it the Raspberry Suite?
No. And I don't remember which building it was in.
When else did you go?
For my baby moon. Chuck
Really?
and I went to Granville. Yeah.
Oh,
you knew that.
I don't remember.
Where did you guys stay? The Horton Hotel?
We picked the most haunted room of all, but I will tell you that later.
Oh, okay.
The Warner House was named after Willard Warner. He was a United States senator and a Civil War veteran who lived at the inn. Another building is called Founders Hall. It was built in 1840.
I think that's the one that I stayed in.
Founders Hall?
It sounds familiar.
It was designed as a boarding house for the Granville Female College.
Yes, that was it.
Then there's Pearl House, which was built in 1880, and it spent time as both a guest room for the Buxton Inn and also as boarding room schools for the Granville Female College. And then you should have stayed here. The Tie Phi Mam House. You know about that?
Yeah.
You do?
Is that a Greek thing or something? Why is it called?
Welsh.
Oh.
It's the Tie Phi Mam House, Tyfymam. It was built in 1900 by a Welsh villager who built it for his elderly mother. And that translates to the home of my mother. Tie Phi Mam.
Ma'am.
Yes. The Tie Phi Mam House was actually a home kit from Sears that he had shipped.
Oh.
And the company sent it to him and he put it together himself. One of those Sears deals.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So the 4 guest houses are not connected to the main inn. The main inn is separate. But there are rumors of hidden tunnels below the inn that may have been used as part of the Underground Railroad. Don't they say that about every old building?
Yeah, it's connected to the railroad. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It could be. But I don't know. There's a lot of history here, so maybe I would give more credence to that here than other places. So besides its history, the Buxton Inn is also notable for another thing. Hauntings.
What? Tell me more.
The alleged paranormal activity. Oh, this was a quote that I found on a website that I really liked. The alleged paranormal activity feels intrinsically woven into the fabric of the place.
Ooh.
It's not like one of those places where it's like it feels gimmicky and forced. Like the fact that it's so old and has so much history behind it just feels natural that it would be haunted.
Mm-hmm.
The reports of paranormal happenings have been reported by both employees and guests of the inn. Stories include lights turning on and off, doors closing and opening on their own, localized cold spots, orbs appearing in photos, and guests hearing their name called out in empty hallways. Ew.
Yes.
I would not like that.
Insane Blackie. Come to me.
Did any of those things happen in the Granger house, by the way? Did you ever hear your name called out in a hallway?
Never.
Doors closing on their own?
Well, I think what we dealt with wasn't
on and off?
wasn't that typical kind of
No.
paranormal stuff.
Well,
no.
the thing about the Buxton Inn is that none of it feels scary. It all just feels like it's people that were there before that just loved it and don't want to leave.
How would hearing your name called in the hallway not be scary?
Okay, you got me there. But
that would be, yeah.
But they're just like, "Hi, Beth."
Hi.
Welcome. So it's not scary. They're welcoming.
Bye.
They're happy to have you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ghosts are thought to be former owners and guests, such as Ethel Bonnie Bunell and her cat, Major Buxton, who she named after the real Major Horton Buxton. So Bonnie died in room number 9 while she was an owner of the inn. She died there in 1960, and that is the most haunted room of the entire complex of the inn. People also believe that Major Horton Buxton is still around. So, of course, we chose room number 9 when we stayed, hoping to see Bonnie or her cat. Bonnie was a retired opera singer, and she stayed in room 9 while she ran it. She was said to wear the color blue often. So people who have seen a spirit often refer to her as the Lady in Blue. Here are some stories from former employees of the inn. One of them, named Stephanie Peters, said she always felt an eerie feeling of being watched while she was at work. Another longtime employee who began there as a teenager in 1978 said he had multiple encounters. He was locking up the inn one night all by himself, and he was mopping in the basement, and he heard footsteps above him. There was a head chef who was taking a break between shifts, and he was allowed to go take a nap because it was like a morning shift and an evening shift, and he wasn't going to go home in between. So they said, sure, go to room 9 and take a nap. And later he said he was awakened from his nap by being pushed out of bed by a lady in blue. That's rude. Another guest claimed to have a lengthy conversation with a lady in blue while she was staying in room 9. And she thought that someone with a key had just come in to talk to her. So she just talked to her like normal. And then she found out nobody else had a key.
You know what I
So
like
no
to
one else could come
imagine?
in. What?
She was just sitting on the toilet.
Could have
Like
been.
bathroom doors closed, and she hears someone. She's like, hello.
Oh, you have a key.
It's just me, Bonnie. Bonnie Blue.
It's my
Wait, not Bonnie Blue.
No, please don't come in my
Me,
room.
Bonnie Blue.
Oh, who snorted? You?
No, that's
You?
Was it me?
I think it was your mouth, actually.
Oh, all right. Whatever.
Nose or whatever.
Bonnie Blue makes me do that.
I meant to go back and write down more stories, and I got overwhelmed and didn't. But another one that I remembered reading about was a lady in room 9. She was staying in town for a conference, and she had a planner in her room that she was looking at before she went to bed. And she was laying in bed, and she couldn't fall asleep. And all of a sudden, she heard the pages of her planner flipping. And she said she saw a woman in her room, and the woman said, "You can't sleep, can you?" And she answered her and was like, "No, I can't."
Oh.
And at the time, she thought she was dreaming, and she remembered this encounter in the morning. And then she was like, "That was not a dream. I was awake for that."
Ew.
You can't sleep, can you?
Oh.
There's nothing. She's just checking on her.
Mm-mm. She was like, and now I will make you sleep forever.
No, she just
And then
checking
she
out.
pushed her out of bed.
She was just checking out what she had planned for the next day. She knew she couldn't get to sleep, and she had things planned. She had stuff to do.
Real quick before you move on from
I'm not moving
Bonnie and the
anywhere.
cat,
Mm-hmm.
are there animal ghosts?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. What's their agenda?
They don't want to leave the place that they loved and felt comfortable.
Like, are they malicious?
No.
Are they always like? Well, you said
I
here
think
that
they're a comforting.
all the ghosts were
presence.
chill.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
I never really thought about animal ghosts.
Yeah, I think it's a thing.
All right. I'd like to meet.
I'll
I don't think they're vengeful.
No, never. Except Cujo, but he's not a ghost.
Right.
He's just a vengeful animal.
All right.
With rabies.
There's living vengeful animals. Why couldn't there be vengeful pit bulls?
They go
Yeah,
to
I figure if it was
they go to
probably
hell.
vengeful in life, it might be vengeful.
You will find out that this Major Buxton was anything but
Oh, all
vengeful
right.
in life.
Let's hear about them.
Let's hear about him. In the early 1970s, they did some renovations on the inn, and the workmen refused to work on the property past dark. And one of them was quoted as saying, "Funny things were going on. We saw a lady in blue walk across the balcony and disappear down the back inside stairs. We were scared. That's why we didn't want to work in the evenings anymore." I believe you. Some guests have reported feeling something unseen brush against their leg or jump onto the bed. Bonnie's cat.
Bonnie herself. Oh, the cat.
Yes. No, it is not Bonnie brushing up against their
Pushing
leg.
people out of bed, I thought.
She
She's
would
just
have to jump
crawling
up because I
around.
remember how high those beds were.
They
in there.
were, and I was reading reviews of the inn, and someone said the beds are too high and you can't get into them. But that's not as high as the beds in the Franklin Castle, which were so high
yeah.
I couldn't get into them, and then I fell out of it in the morning
Oh.
trying to get out of them because it was so high.
Yeah.
I fell and knocked a chair over, like totally fell on the floor. Back to Bonnie's cat. When we stayed in room 9, well, I'll wait till later to talk about that.
Okay.
We ate figs in room 9.
Wait, I'm gonna talk about that too.
Okay.
Wasps and figs.
Spoiler alert. Now I know about the figs.
No, you don't know anything about wasps.
I'm going to be expecting
It being
figs
in
and
figs.
wasps now. God damn.
So, Bonnie's cat, Major Buxton, not to be confused with Horton Buxton. He was described by reporters because they did a special on him. He was described
While
as,
he was alive?
Yes. He was interviewed. No. He was described by reporters as a great big fellow at 15 pounds who liked nibbling ears. And he was reportedly so popular that the guests would request his presence at dinner in the tavern.
Oh, sounds like
Not
an awesome
vengeful
cat.
at all.
Yeah.
He is even added to the Buxton Inn sign. He is like their mascot. There is a big old fat cat on the Buxton Inn sign if you go there. And that was added in the 70s as an homage to Major Buxton the cat. See? Nice.
He's a nice kitty.
He is.
He's like rubbing on
A
people's
great
legs
big
and stuff.
fellow, yeah.
Like a cat does.
Yeah, and some
You just
people
can't
felt
see
him
him.
jump in bed with them.
I feel that sometimes.
Then you have one.
You have a Buxton.
You
So we used to have a cat. He didn't live super
Which
long.
one?
He was only like 6 or 7,
Oh,
I think, when he
Here?
died. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
still, out of the corner of my eye, feel like I see a cat.
And you're asking
sometimes.
me if there's ghost animals.
And I don't know, like even still today, you'll be in the kitchen doing something, and out of the corner of your eye, I'll see like something move, and I'll go and I'll look. And
You have mice.
no.
Because you don't have a cat.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I
maybe.
thought I saw a cat in my hospital room.
Whoa.
That was your morphine.
Yeah.
It was, of course, it was very soon after I got back from the operation. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I was under the influence.
Shit, I
But
want a ghost cat now. He sounds sick.
Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah.
you don't have to feed it or like
Major Buxton.
scoop its litter box.
Nope.
I like the thought of like all of these old-timey reporters clamoring to ask this cat questions.
Yeah.
Mr. Buxton, how much do you weigh?
15, meow. All right, we're going to move on to room number 7. It's another original room with its own set of stories, like shadowy figures and glimpses of things out of the corner of your eye. Right beneath room 7 is the inn's basement, which is another spot where guests and staff have reported knocking sounds coming from the walls, shuffling footsteps, and the sounds of doors opening and closing. Some believe that the inn's original owner, Orrin Granger, is still living on the property. He is described as an elderly old man in period breeches that is sometimes accused of stealing pies
I tried those.
from
Those
the
didn't work very
pantry.
well.
I'm watching Ken laugh and knowing exactly what he was
Yes,
thinking.
we do that all the time, especially these two. They're
My first inclination.
cosmically connected.
I was like, what the fuck?
But you
Like,
didn't hear me say that he's accused of stealing pies from the pantry because you were
oh,
laughing.
sorry.
You were laughing
That's
at
pretty
his
funny,
period
too.
breaches.
This is Orrin,
This is Orrin, yeah,
Orrin
the
Granger.
original owner.
pie thief, and maxi
Period.
pad wearer.
Others believe that Major Buxton, the man, not the cat, still walks the halls by his telltale sign of cigar smoke wafting through the air. He is described as an older man in a dark suit. No period. Breeches. Breeches.
Britches?
That's what it should have said. Why does it say breeches?
You typed it.
Yeah, breeches, breeches is the word.
Are you
yeah.
sure?
Yeah, pants.
Yeah.
Breeches.
Remember that Into the Breaches?
No.
That's a song by
Into
thought-
the breach.
I thought it
That's a
was
different word,
breeches.
Beth.
There is breeches.
that band that wore powdered wigs.
Excuse me?
Breach. Yeah, breeches are pants.
You know.
Then what are breeches?
Is that
Britches
just
are also
mispronouncing it?
Why would you have two words that are so similar that mean the same thing?
Seesaw.
What?
Seesaw. That both means
Monkey bars.
Yeah, monkey bars. Wait, what?
What?
I thought we were just naming playground equipment.
I'm so confused.
No, breeches. They may be a very particular type of pants. Maybe breeches.
Then what
but
are
not
breeches?
Pants.
What?
I wonder, maybe it's just a different dialect of
Yeah.
saying things.
Britches
some
and
people say
breeches?
britches, some people
Yeah.
say breeches.
That
I
You're
don't
like
know.
creek and crick.
what? No.
Oh, yeah, like it's a little more
It's a little southern.
casual way of saying it.
Listen
I'm
to that
making
guy
this
saying
all up.
breeches. We say
That's what
breeches.
Beth does every time she
What?
does an episode. Makes things up. We're all like, we ask a question, she'll be
hold
like,
on.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know.
think we have the official answer from
Let's get it.
Google.
No, it's just that
No.
the band. The
Make
band
something up.
No, the band that I was
Okay.
talking about is called the Upper Crust.
No one cares. No one cares about the band.
no breeches.
But this song is called Once More Into the Breaches.
No, here we thought you were coming in with an official answer.
No.
No. Good Lord. Do you see what happens?
Somebody needs to look up the difference between britches and breeches.
And it ain't me. That's why Charlotte's here.
We'll get an update later.
Yeah, we'll break in with some
Do some
breaking news.
research.
Okay. There is a report from a waitress who was setting up the dining room in the morning before opening the inn. And she saw an older gentleman sitting by the fireplace in a dark suit. So she went to the kitchen and she asked her coworker if she should serve him, even though they weren't technically open yet. And the worker in the kitchen said, "What the hell are you talking about?" And they went out there to look by the fireplace and nobody was there. Nobody, not a one. The inn's ghosts seemed more active during the COVID shutdown. That's surprising to me.
Well, they're not allowed to go out.
Someone was interviewing the workers. That's right. They can't go anywhere. They're bored. Cabin fever. Someone interviewed the workers and said, "Are you still noticing activity even though you don't have guests coming?" And they said, "Actually, it seems more active than usual." So one of the workers said when it was closed, she actually heard the sound of clinking glasses and chairs sliding across the floor in the tavern. So they were locked down as well. The tavern, which we actually did not go in when we were there, or maybe you did with Chuck, but we did not. The tavern is actually a paranormal hotspot of the inn, as well as the basement and rooms 7 and 9.
Is the tavern where they serve food?
Yes, and it was closed.
Yeah, we were in there.
Okay, well, it was closed for us. So in the 1970s, there was a bartender who was not a believer in the paranormal, and he was stocking wine in the wine cellar. And he came rushing up and claimed that someone clutched him from behind and knocked the wind out of him.
What?
Yeah. Now that's a little bit
There's a
vengeful.
clutcher down there.
Maybe because he was a non-believer. I don't know.
Yeah.
When COVID was coming to an end, you had asked me, can we plan something fun so I have a reason to live? Because as we all remember, COVID was horrible and traumatizing, and we hadn't seen each other in, I don't know, months, which we had never done since we were kids.
Yep.
You know, we never went that long without seeing each other. So that's when we decided, yes, we'll plan a girls' trip. We'll go to Columbus and hit up some thrift stores and bookstores and coffee shops, and we'll stay at the Buxton Inn. So we had that to look forward to. So it was right after COVID. That's when we filmed that video of us reuniting in your backyard. And we purposely booked room number 9 at the Buxton Inn. So we arrived, and it was a little later than we wanted to. It was raining. We got there, and it was already dark. And we told Mark, the desk clerk, that we were hoping to have a haunted encounter. And he said, "Would you like to have a private tour of the basement?" So, of course we did.
Duh.
I seem to remember something about a hidden staircase. Was it like...
Didn't he open it up and we walked up it?
Either the thing was hidden going into it or coming out of it. And it's like you didn't know there was a staircase there until they opened a door or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe like those kind of doors on the floor that open up.
Like a
I cannot
like a
remember.
cellar door?
I remember that
There
we
was
went up
something
some
hidden.
stairs that we weren't supposed
No,
to.
you're supposed to, but
mean,
like not everyone
Like a
does.
storm cellar?
Kind of, yeah. But it was indoors.
It's like a
Maybe
root
that's a
cellar.
fake memory. There was a hidden door to the basement. I don't think that it was open at the time because of COVID. But he took us down there, and I remember there being like old pictures of the place on the wall, and there were some tables down there because it would sometimes be open, which that is where the old stagecoach drivers would sleep, down there on straw. So we got a private tour, and we went outside and we wandered around the grounds a little bit taking pictures, but we didn't get to do that very long because it was raining. So I remember going in the courtyard and taking pictures of the outside of the inn, just the main part of it, because I didn't even know at the time that there was other buildings. And actually, people have reported paranormal experiences in the courtyard and on the balcony, which is strange. So the room 9 that we booked had 2 bedrooms that were connected. When you first walked in, there was a bedroom, and then there was a second one off of the back of that. You had the one in the back, and that is where Bessie died. I had the one
Who's
in the front.
Bessie?
Bonnie?
Bessie? Bonnie.
Bonnie Blue was...
Bessie. My Bessie.
Yeah.
Sorry. You had the one where Bonnie died. I had the front bedroom, which is where people have had cat encounters. So I was really hoping that I would feel Major Buxton jump into bed with me.
Were
But
you just sitting
instead,
there
the
like...
cat was
not the
Bonnie.
man.
Not Horton.
Were you
not
sitting
Mark.
in bed like this? Just like,
You had to go. Pss, 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 pss.
Yeah, I should have done it. Why didn't I do it?
what if the real Major Buxton was like, hello?
He's the one in the dark suit?
No, he's
Yeah,
the cigar guy, right?
in the dark suit, I think.
Yeah, you could smell his smoke.
I don't want to
before
smell his
before
cigar.
he leaps into your bed.
No. I would have had more fun, I think, if we had been sleeping in the same room. So
Yeah, probably.
it was a little scary to be in my own bed, in my own room. But sadly, I did not have any paranormal experiences. And Beth?
No.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. We did sit up for a while, and we sat in Beth's room on the bed. Usually when we go on trips, we end up watching Forensic Files.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any, so we were watching some kind of Ghost Adventures. Yeah.
Yeah.
To get in the mood. And the one thing that I remember from this trip above all else is that they had an option to add a cheese tray to your stay in your room.
And you did it, right?
And we did, and it was the best cheese tray I'd ever had.
It really was.
Now, I looked right now when I was doing research to see if you could still do that, and there was no option. I believe it's because the tavern was closed at the time, since it was just after COVID, and that was a little thing they could offer because you couldn't get food. So I think that is why. But if you go eat at the tavern now, there's like charcuterie boards on the list, and I think that's similar to what we got. We had the best cheese tray, all these different kinds of cheeses, crackers, figs. It was amazing.
See, I knew that was coming.
Figs were coming. Do you know about eating wasps?
Do I know about eating wasps? I guess I don't. No.
Oh.
What does that mean?
So I wanted to try one of the figs, but I had heard that they have dead wasps inside. So then I didn't.
Oh, like when they're
Did you hear that?
harvested? No, but it sounds like something that could be.
I looked it up and it's actually true, but by the time the fig is ready to eat, it has already like digested and broken down. And it's not even all types of figs. So the ones you get at the store here probably are not the kind that
Mission figs.
wasps
Fig
pollinate.
Newtons?
Because I always thought
I
like
love fig Newtons.
when you crunch them, like you're crunching like wings and stuff. No, it's just the seeds of the fig you're crunching.
In a similar vein,
So you're not really eating wasps.
I had read something about pistachios.
What?
Do any of you eat pistachios?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
What's in there?
Apparently, it's very
Ants?
common for like mealworms.
No.
And if you ever get like a real bitter pistachio, that's what you're eating.
No, I like the burnt ones.
And I remember reading that, and I'm like, oh no, thank you, no pistachios. Because they like something about weren't like little like.
It makes me
grubs or
think of the
something get in there.
Ferrero Rocher
Yes,
incident.
that's what I was thinking of too.
What happened?
It was real.
We had these Ferrero Rochers.
You know, there's
I
a
don't know how
little like
old they-
6-pack and
they
the
were
gold
not
foil.
even
Was it at
old.
my house?
No, it was when we lived on Searsdale, wasn't
Oh,
Yeah, it was
God.
Bugs.
It had spider webs in it.
it? It was
Had spider
that?
webs.
Beth just
An elephant in the room. Ken, you cut that out. I'm pounding on the
she's
table.
the one that did it.
Pounding on the table, so you have to cut it out. Yeah, there was like spider webs and little bugs in there. How do you get a spider web in a candy?
Did you eat them?
Hell no.
No, they went flying across the room with the first person that saw it, and I don't remember.
Did you
But
call-
I have not eaten one since, and will never eat one again.
Yeah, well now I never
happened.
will.
It's
I
like
don't
a
them
haunted
anyway.
house in a candy.
Ew.
I was almost done, so let me just finish up. This is very morbid, though, by the way. So, unfortunately, no paranormal experience, but it was a lovely place. Had a lovely stay. I would go there again.
Granville
9
is
out
very
of 10.
cute.
Yeah. When I was reading the reviews, I saw someone be like, "This is old and it smells old and it smells like it's been around for 200 years." And like I didn't notice anything about that. I liked the charm of the old building, and I would recommend.
If you knew it was 200 years old, why are you going to complain that it's 200 years old?
They were like, "Smells old, smells musty." Like, I don't think it did. I read online that they sometimes offer paranormal tours or Halloween ghost tours if you want to do that. I also looked into booking a room, which I feel like it was a little cheaper back then when they were like getting back into things after COVID. Because right now, if you want to try booking room 9 midweek off season, it was about $550 a night.
Oh my!
And the other rooms were around $300.
Yeah,
So
we
they're
definitely did not pay that much.
They're definitely charging up for the ghost, but you can get a different room for around $300. And then my final point was cheese, but I did not find cheese. No cheese tray.
No cheese tray?
No.
You said this operates as a restaurant now?
There is a tavern in
There's
it.
like a tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can get some of that prized cheese.
I think you can have a charcuterie board, yeah.
I have the difference.
The britches versus breeches.
Oh, we need you. Come to the microphone, please.
Yeah, pick one.
Let's hear
Okay,
it.
so the official difference is nothing.
No.
It is the same word,
no.
different dialect.
Oh, man.
That was awesome. I was all prepped
Is
for like
nothing.
I was prepped for a
Okay,
paragraph.
so
of
nobody
something.
was wrong.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, researcher.
You're welcome.
That's the Haunted Buxton Inn.
Spooky.
Yeah.
That's
Would you go? Would you stay in room 9?
Yeah. I've never had a distinct paranormal, you know what I mean? That I know of.
Right.
Sure, there's things that, like I said, I feel like my eyes play tricks on me sometimes. But I would love to go there and try to. Were you guys like? Do you guys like sit up in the middle of the night and you're like, hello? Do you like try to?
No, not really.
No.
Try to
Engage.
Stir anything up?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
What's that ghost hunter thing? What's that like turned into a meme where he's like,
Oh,
yo,
he's like-
ghosty, I'm here. What is it?
I forget. It's me, your boy. Something like that.
Maybe you should try something like that. Yeah, if you guys
Me,
aren't
your
talking
boy.
to them, they're not. Maybe they're shy.
I
Like,
don't know.
were you? Did
I'll
you put-
bring catnip next time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
As you all know, Erin and I have had a list of things that we think are funny starting in 1994 and, going for a while, but not still. It would be way too long by now.
Going for a while and not still.
So we thought since Amy is here, maybe we could tell a story
Why are
that
you
has to do with Amy. So,
He doesn't know it.
I'm just watching Erin with the microphone.
I'm
sorry.
holding.
this one time we all lived together in Old Brooklyn. If you're from here, you know the
Oh,
neighborhood.
I know what you're gonna.
Oh no,
And,
she does.
No,
It was
I know.
back when Amy was the mom of us.
Yeah, Erin and I were always doing stuff that pissed Amy off because she was the mom, even though she's the youngest. And we had, I guess, Long John Silver's,
Yeah, we
and we ate a bunch of shrimp, and we knew that Amy didn't like seafood, so we saved all of our shrimp tails. And then we put them in the pockets of her jacket.
It was my.
It was a light blue jacket.
It was my Nick Riley All Stars jacket.
Yeah. It was hanging in the closet.
And
And
she
so
didn't find it
for like the next season.
We made 10 gags.
Stink?
No,
But then when she did find it,
she
she cried. She cried.
I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, I think I remember the moment that I found it. Was I unlocking the door to get into the house?
I don't know.
Because I feel like that's when I found
Coming
it.
home and you put your hand in your pocket.
Uh-huh.
All I know is that you cried. You cried.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, I forgot all about that. Oh my God. And that's when Amy moved out and left me and Beth
Yep.
to fend for ourselves.
The end.
That was the incident. That was the inciting incident to move out.
No.
Oh.
One of many.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
This has been Got the Morbs, an oddcast. If you enjoy hearing us talk about spooky, weird, gross stuff in a wildly inappropriate manner, please rate, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you use for podcasts. These things don't take much time to do, and they can really help us gain visibility and grow the show. You can also follow us on Instagram at Got the Morbs Oddcast, or over on Facebook at Got the Morbs and Oddcast. Oh, and we also accept topic suggestions and love letters at gotthemorbsoddcast@gmail.com. Thanks, Morbies.